Everyone, in this lecture we are going to discuss hypervalent iodine reagent, which is the oxidizing agent. So far we will discuss IBX, that is 2-iodoxy benzoic acid, and Dess-Martin periodinane, that is DMP. First we will discuss about the what is meant by hypervalent iodine. These are the oxidizing agents which carry out the oxidation of primary alcohol to aldehyde, secondary alcohol to ketone, and in some cases the other applications are also there that we will discuss in detail. These are the examples of hypervalent iodine. This is a dichloroiodobenzene. This is a difluoroiodobenzene. This is a diacetoxy iodobenzene, and this is a 2-iodoxy benzoic acid, which is called as IBX, which we have to study in detail, and this is a Dess-Martin periodinane DMP. These two reagents have hypervalent iodine we have to discuss in detail. Let us start with IBX first. IBX is 2-iodoxy benzoic acid. See, this is the preparation of IBX reagent from anthranilic acid. It is anthranilic acid. Its IUPAC name is 2-amino-benzoic acid. It is a benzoic acid. At the second position, 2 position, there is amino group, so it is a 2-amino-benzoic acid. When it treated with sodium nitrite in hydrochloric acid medium at 0 degrees Celsius, we get 2-iodobenzoic acid. So 2-iodobenzoic acid is formed. This 2-iodobenzoic acid is on reaction with oxone in water or potassium bromate. Cyclization takes place to give our desired reagent, that is IBX, that is 2-iodoxy benzoic acid. Okay, now this is the method of preparation. Now let us see the applications of IBX. As I told you earlier that the IBX is used for the oxidation of primary alcohol to aldehyde. See, this is CH2OH group, that is primary alcoholic group, it is oxidized to aldehyde. This is CH2OH group, that is primary alcoholic group, it is oxidized to aldehyde without affecting carbon-carbon double bond. Carbon-carbon double bond is as it is. See, this is again example of primary alcohol CH2OH. On oxidation, it gets converted into aldehyde. It is secondary alcohol. On oxidation with IBX, get converted to ketone. Now it is interesting to see the mechanism that how the primary alcohol is converted to aldehyde and secondary alcohol is converted to ketone by using the mechanism of by using the IBX. See, this is secondary alcohol on reaction with IBX get converted into ketone. See its mechanism. This is IBX. Here iodine is attached to one OH group, one oxygen with double bond. This is another with this oxygen with single bond and one with benzene ring. Okay, that's why this iodine is called as a hypervalent iodine. When this hypervalent iodine is treated with secondary alcohol, see what happens. First there is a loss of water molecule. This OH and this H water molecule is lost, and iodine oxygen, this IO bond is formed. See, this IO bond is formed. We get this unstable complex molecule. Now this unstable complex molecule rearranges itself. See what happens. Shift this bonded pair of electron here on the iodine. Pi bond will open on oxygen. Oxygen bears negative charge. When this bond is open on the iodine, oxygen will bear positive charge. So simultaneously, actually it doesn't bear positive charge. When this is open on iodine, at the same time this carbon hydrogen bond break heterolytically and this bonded pair of electrons are shifted over here. So double bond formation. And we get R, C, R dash, double bond O. And this H positive, after breaking this carbon hydrogen bond, this H positive goes to oxide ion, O negative H positive, OH bond is formed. And in this way, this is the byproduct. Here the iodine is attached to 3 bonds, so its oxidation state is 3, and we get ketone. In this way, secondary alcohol is converted to ketone. On the same background, we can write the mechanism of aldehyde formation from primary alcohol also. Same mechanism is there. Okay. Now the second application of IBX is a conversion of diol to aldehydes or ketones. It is oxidative cleavage reaction. See, this is a diol, vicinal diol. Diol is the compound in which two OH groups are there at the 1 and 2 position with respect to each other. So OH group is oxidized to aldehyde or ketone, as well as this carbon-carbon bond cleavage takes place. Carbon-carbon bond is also there. That's why this reaction is called as a oxidative cleavage via means oxidative cleavage, that is a carbon-carbon bond cleavage. Okay, this bond is break, this part is converted to aldehyde, this another part is also converted to aldehyde. Let us see some example of this category. See, it is a diol, two OH groups are there, vicinal diol. This carbon-carbon bond cleavage takes place. This part will oxidize to ketone, this part will oxidize to aldehyde. This is oxidized to ketone, that is acetone is obtained, and this is oxidized to aldehyde, that is acetaldehyde is obtained. Okay. This is a 1,2-cyclohexane diol. It is again vicinal diol. Carbon-carbon bond cleavage takes place. Carbon-carbon bond cleavage takes place. This CH2OH group is oxidized to aldehyde. Similarly, this CH2OH group is also oxidized to aldehyde. In this way, ring opening reaction takes place. It is the best example of oxidative cleavage. See this example again of diol cleavage. This bond cleavage takes place. This part is oxidized to corresponding ketone, that is acetophenone. This part is also oxidized similarly to ketone. So it is we get 2 molecules of acetophenone. Oxidative cleavage. Interesting to see its mechanism. Let's see how the diols are converted, or how the oxidative cleavage of diol takes place to give aldehyde or ketone molecule, 2 aldehyde or 2 ketone, or 1 aldehyde or 1 ketone molecule. See, this reaction takes place in presence of dimethyl sulfoxide. This is the structure of dimethyl sulfoxide, this one. Sulfur is attached to 2 methyl group and 1 oxygen with double bond. This is the IBX, 2-iodoxybenzoic acid. Okay, so in the first step what happens, sulfur oxygen is more electronegative than sulfur. So this pi bonded electron is open on the oxygen, and that O negative attack on the iodine, oxygen iodine bond formation takes place. Sulfur bears positive charge as it is a heterolytic cleavage of sulfur oxygen bond. When this new bond is formed between oxygen and iodine, the pi bond is open on oxygen. This oxygen bears negative charge. It is clearly, you can see here, oxygen have the negative charge, sulfur is positively charged. Okay, we get this. It is unstable because in the same moiety, one atom, that is sulfur, bears positive charge and oxygen bears negative charge. So it is unstable, and it will try to stabilize itself. See what happens. Now this oxygen of the diol donates its electron to the iodine. This new bond is formed between oxygen and iodine. When this new bond is formed between oxygen and iodine, at the same time this bond will rupture, it will break. This oxygen iodine bond cleavage takes place, and this dimethyl sulfoxide is again reappear. So this is the new bond formation between oxygen and iodine, and this is a bond cleavage by which the dimethyl sulfoxide is reappeared again. Okay. Now as oxygen donates lone pair to the iodine, oxygen will have bear positive charge deficiency, but immediately it donates H positive ion and oxygen gain its lone pair. So directly we can write iodine oxygen bond. That step has been skipped here, that the deprotonation also takes place. We get this moiety. This moiety is looking stable, but it is not till stable due to the heavy structural branching. Now in the next step what happens, see here, it is a cyclization step. This oxygen donates its lone pair to this carbon. So oxygen carbon bond formation takes place. When this new oxygen carbon bond formation takes place, at the same time this OH group, hydroxide ion, get lost from this moiety. So oxygen carbon bond is formed. This bond is coordinate bond. As oxygen donates lone pair, it have the positive charge, it is a deficient, And in the next step, there is a formation, there is a loss of proton, and this hydroxide ion and this H positive, there is a loss of water molecule. Okay, we get this cyclic intermediate step, that is a 5-membered ring intermediate. It is again unstable. Now it will rearrange itself. See, the rearrangement is interesting. This bond is shifted here, this is shifted here, this is shifted here, ring opening reaction takes place, and we get one molecule of this aldehyde and another molecule of this aldehyde. See, this bond is shifted here, so C double bond O, and this bond is shifted here, so it is again C double bond O. So bond cleavage takes place. This is one aldehyde molecule, it is another aldehyde molecule, and in this way oxidative cleavage takes place. Okay, this is again just a summary type of slide in which we have to discuss again that how this reagent is selective, that without affecting other functional group, it oxidizes selectively primary alcohol to aldehyde and secondary alcohol to ketone. This is primary alcohol, CH2OH is oxidized to aldehyde. It is secondary alcohol, it is oxidized to ketone. See, this is the interesting example. This is a cyclopropane ring. This is a protected group which is stable, and this is our primary alcohol. Selectively, this CH2H, that is primary alcohol, is oxidized to aldehyde without affecting this cyclopropane ring, which is facile, which is a delicate ring. It is cleavage takes place, its cleavage may takes place very rapidly, but in this case, see, cyclopropane ring is remain as it is. This protected moiety, which is again sensitive, remains as it is. So that is the beauty of this IBX reagent, that it doesn't affect the other sensitive functional group. It only reacts with the primary alcohol group to aldehyde and secondary to ketone, as well as oxidative cleavage. Okay. See this example. It is a secondary alcoholic group. This is ketonic group. See the beauty of this reaction again, ketone will remain as it is, only secondary alcohol is oxidized to ketone without affecting ketone. Very interesting. Then see this one again, it is a cyclic ether molecule, it is a primary alcoholic group, it is secondary alcoholic group, and primary alcohol group. But here it is an exceptional example where the cyclization is possible. You know that the 5-membered and 6-membered rings are stable. So whenever there is a possibility of formation of 5 or 6-membered ring, in that case the cyclization takes place. So here cyclization takes place and we get this 6-membered ring, and see this cyclization, the oxygen carbon bond formation takes place. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-membered ring having oxygen incorporated in the ring, and this OH group is this wiggly line indicates that the position of OH is uncertain, whether it is cis or trans. That's why it is written in this fashion. Okay. This is again the example which clearly indicate that this carbon-carbon double bond is not affected. This anhydride ring, that is cyclic ester ring, is not affected. Only secondary alcohol is oxidized to ketone. So selectivity of the reagent, IBX reagent, is very important in this case. Okay, so these are the applications. So far what we have discussed up till now, the conversion of primary alcohol to aldehyde, secondary alcohol to ketone. After that oxidative cleavage of diols, 1,2 diols to corresponding aldehyde or ketones. Now next application of the IBX is a selective oxidation of benzylic carbon. See, this carbon is a benzylic carbon. The carbon attached to the benzene ring is called as a benzylic carbon. Since benzylic carbon is oxidized to ketone, means this CH2 group is oxidized to C double bond O with IBX in dimethyl sulfoxide solvent. This is again benzylic carbon. This is the example of toluene, that is methyl benzene. This is a benzylic carbon. That CH3 group, that is benzylic carbon, is oxidized to aldehyde in presence of DMSO when we treat it with 2-hydroxybenzoic acid. Okay. Now this is all about the IBX. The next reagent is Des-Martin periodinane, DMP, Des-Martin periodinane reagent. Actually, it is the modified version of IBX, which have more sensitive applications over the IBX. Its method of the preparation is again from the anthranilic acid, that is 2-amino-benzoic acid. This is the Sandmeyer reaction. When we treat NH2 group with NaNO2 HCl, this NH followed by a reaction with potassium iodide, it goes via the formation of benzene diazonium chloride salt, that is BDC salt, and then that BDC, that is azonium salt, on treatment with Ki, this NH2 is replaced by I. Actually, it is looking like that it is a nucleophilic substitution reaction where NH2 is replaced by I, but direct substitution is a very tedious process. So always we have to go via the Sandmeyer reaction, where NH2 first will convert to BDC, and then BDC is converted to iodine. Of course, as it is a Sandmeyer reaction, it is a diazotization reaction. It takes place at a very low temperature at 0 degrees Celsius. Okay, so in this way NH2 is replaced by iodine, we get 2-iodobenzoic acid. Okay, now on treatment with oxane is similar to IBX with H2, oxane H2 mixture or potassium bromide. Cyclization takes place and we get the IBX first. But we know the preparation of IBX, we have already discussed. That IBX on treatment with acetic anhydride, Ac2 is acetic anhydride, we get this reagent, that is DMP, dimethyl periodinane. So here iodine is attached to 3 oxygen atoms, 3 acetoxyl groups are attached to the iodine. You can clearly see here. How many bonds are there attached to the iodine? 5 bonds. So its oxidation state is 5. This is DMP. Okay. Let us see its applications in short by taking some synthetic application. This is a primary alcohol converted to aldehyde, secondary alcohol converted to ketone. This is interesting. This tetrahydrofuran ring is not affected, it remains as it is. CH2H group, that is primary alcoholic group, is oxidized to aldehyde, same as that of IBX. See this example. Carbon-carbon double bond is unaffected. Secondary alcohol is oxidized to ketone. C, carbon-carbon triple bond is unaffected. Only CH2OH group is oxidized to aldehyde with this DMP. Okay. Secondary alcohol is oxidized to ketone. Primary alcoholic group is oxidized to aldehyde. Secondary alcoholic group is oxidized to ketone. See this one, carbon-carbon double bond is unaffected. Only secondary alcohol group is oxidized to ketone. Carbon-carbon double bond is unaffected. Only secondary alcohol group is oxidized to ketone. Secondary alcoholic CHOH group is oxidized to ketone. Okay. Without affecting this OH. See, in case of IBX, in case of diol, oxidative cleavage takes place, but here one OH group is remain as it is and another OH group is oxidized to ketone. Here again OH group is as it is, one OH group is selectively oxidized to ketone. Okay. The mechanism is again similar to that of IBX, that how the secondary alcohol is converted to ketone, and similarly on the same background you can write the mechanism of conversion of primary alcohol to aldehyde. Let us see the mechanism. This is our hypervalent iodine, that is the DMP. In the first step, this oxygen donates its lone pair to this iodine. When this new bond is formed between iodine and oxygen, this acetoxyl group leaves the moiety. So this bond formation and bond cleavage takes place simultaneously. Obviously this bond is coordinate bond, oxygen will have the positive charge deficiency, and then there is a deprotonation and we get this one. This molecule is looking stable, but it is not so stable. So rearrangement takes place. In that rearrangement, see this iodine oxygen bond, this bonded pair of electrons is shifted here, so double bond is formed. This pi bond is open here, so oxygen hydrogen bond is formed, and finally this bonded pair of electrons are shifted here, so carbon oxygen double bond formation takes place, and we get this moiety. Look here, R dash R C double bond O. There is a loss of proton. This O negative and this H positive OH will form. That is the part of byproduct. We are interested in this, and in this way the secondary alcohol is oxidized to ketone. This is the byproduct formation. So this is all about the IBX and DMP, which are called as a hypervalent iodine. So thank you.